Alright, we are back with the 10th update video for my old school RuneScape account, Ability 44. I'm really excited to get into it because this has been a crazy week. I completed a lot of quests. I found out about birdhouses. They're a lot like farming. They're really close to a few coal rocks, so I was able to use that to my advantage for mining. I totally had forgotten about the ZMI altar, so I booked it over to that place to get some rune crafting experience, and I completed quite a few quests. Let's get into it. This be my crew of merry men, and I did have jobless Jim on the crew. Went through the paperwork of changing his name to Jim, and then I let him go. So I'm gonna head on over to the ZMI altar and actually kick this video off right by getting my last level 50 stat. Hey guys, turned out I was not recording when I got my level over at the ZMI altar. So I'm level 50 rune crafting now. Yeah, I gotta remember, if it's not recording, it's not going to actually save what you're recording. So anyways, level 50 rune crafting, just got that over at the ZMI altar. I got a random disconnect, so that's why it's not flashing right now. But anyways, all 50 plus stats now, so that's great. This week, I was able to get my mining from 46 to 50, magic from 63 to 64 just by doing a Varrock teleport, so that was pretty easy peasy. I didn't even know I was close to a magic level, but yeah, it turns out I was. Rune crafting, as I mentioned, got from level 42 to level 50. I still can't believe that I wasn't recording when I was over at the ZMI altar, but is what it is. Farming, I got from level 80 to 81. My construction, I got from level 52 to 54, mainly from just building the birdhouses for Hunter and the boat facilities for sailing. And then the big ones, the ones that I trained all week on. Hunter from 18 to 51, and that was on birdhouses, very similar to farming. And then my sailing from level 23 to 55. As y'all saw earlier, I do have two crewmates. I did have jobless Jim there for a little while, and yeah, he's now jobless again, unfortunately for him. I had a really great time training sailing. I found a lot of dull knives. I've actually found 3 dull knives on my salvaging trip so far, and only 1 sailor's necklace. Since I'm here at the bank, we'll go through a bank update. Of course, since I did get a disconnect, I'm going to have to put in my pin. So salvaging has done pretty good. You know, I find a lot of these boat bottles that are empty, and those, they're about 20k each, you know, nothing too crazy. The birdhouses were really good as far as getting these bird nests and crunching them down in my pestle and mortar to sell on the GE. I'm finding a lot of teak repair kits for my Barracuda salvaging, so that's been nice. And there's my Sailor's Amulet. Took forever for me to get that thing. I used quite a bit of my Pure S at the ZMI altar to get level 50 Runecraft. Otherwise, nothing's really changed my bank. I did add the parts for my boat that I'm gonna need coming up. And from where I have already built boat parts, I added those to my skilling tab. Got my D-Sim back. Got my birds outfit. That's from Eagle's Peak. That was a pretty fun quest, but I had to do that to get to make sure that I could continue moving forward with Hunter. And just a couple items added to my quest tab, and that's really about it. So I did complete quite a few quests this past week. I actually saw that there was a new free-to-play quest. So I'll jump off with that one, because when I saw the red in my free-to-play quest list, I was like, I just completed all these. I know I just completed all these. And Jagex doesn't really, like, release free-to-play quests all too often. So I was like, that can't be. What? This is a very short list of free-to-play quests. And they actually did release the Ides of Milk, which I completed with my wife. So when drinking that white milky substance that came from a bull, because I don't know if y'all know this, and you will after completing the Ides of Milk, but bulls do not produce milk. So, and to get to the quest start point, I did change my home teleport to something that I think is really cool, so I'm just going to show y'all while I'm here. There it goes. Yes. Oh man, I saw this option and I changed it immediately when I saw it for my home teleports. So I used that telly to start up the Ides of Milk. Along with the completion of Ides of Milk, I worked on some sailing quest. I completed Prying Times and Current Affairs, just for a bit more sailing XP. I also completed Creature of Fenkenstrain, and what was really weird is like that guy's grave, that guy's arms, they came from the exact same grave. So I don't know what that was about, but his arms are very gangly and very different, even though they came from the exact same grave. I completed out the client of Kourend. I think that gave me some hunter experience, or maybe I needed it for the Voyage quest. The Forsaken Tower, I completed that one. Knocked out the Lost Tribe. I finally fully completed the Hazeel Cult quest. I had to like point the blame or the finger at the help, you know. I completed Voyage, which allowed me access to Fossil Island, which is actually really great. Like, this is the main place where I actually trained Hunter at. Let's see. So I found out about these birdhouses, which were not a thing when I was playing earlier. I don't have like my logs on me or anything, so I'm just going to interact with this and I guess deconstruct the birdhouse. So where I get some, like, that's a lot of hunter experience. These are mahogany ones right now. I was, of course, using maple and, you know, teak and things like that. But what I didn't know when I first started making these birdhouses is that the clockwork mechanisms would just stay, you know, and I wouldn't have to buy 100 different birdhouses at once. You really just need like 4 clockwork mechanisms to run the whole gambit here, and it's really pretty nice. Oh, he's got a sailing cape. Did y'all see that? So I've just been teleporting around. You know, I usually have my logs on me and hammer and chisel are needed, but yeah, this has been really great to train Hunter and to also train mining. So over this way, there are some mining rocks, and I've just been kind of busy, close enough to get this too. So let me just get that. Oh, there was a hunter level. Ah, I missed it. There it is. I do really like how they allow you to click into the stats now. Like, this is a recent update. But I'm not a big fan of how it doesn't show in this dialogue box anymore. But yeah, here's all those rocks, you know, here at Fossil Island. So I trained mining here to level 50. And that was very convenient since I was already waiting for my birdhouses to catch some birds. I also saw at Drainer Village that the job board was lit up, so I was like, alright, you know, I'll start a quest on a whim. And it was the Porcine of Interest quest. That was a fun little quest. I got some cool goggles from it, but that hog is a beast. And lastly on the quest list that I've completed was Eagle's Peak. And this was just to make sure that I could set box traps. It gave me a cool little teleport option with these eagles. Yeah, that'll help me to train Hunter further. I'm also still gonna, of course, do birdhouses. So that's all the quests that I completed this week. I'm still gonna be working on the optimal quest list from the RuneScape wiki, and I also want to start training my stats that are not ranked. So instead of getting all 60 plus right off the bat, I'm gonna start training my stats that just aren't ranked, which may also require me to get 60 plus as well. And my wife, Keisha, she informed me of something really cool that I was fully unaware of, so I wanted to share that here with y'all. You can actually buy stuff from the Grand Exchange without having gold in your inventory. So this will actually save me a full space of inventory when I'm buying junk at the Grand Exchange. It'll pretty much just take the GP straight from your bank. So I thought that was pretty cool. Alright, so we're all 50 plus now. This is the 10th update video for my old school RuneScape account. We are 1,500 plus total level and got quite a few quests complete now. We are 22 days of in-game gameplay played. blah, 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 blah. So we're going to start moving over to every other week that I'll be uploading an update video for my old school RuneScape account. I'll still be uploading videos on Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. GMT. It'll just be every other week now. I am working on trying to get a computer set up for streaming. I have determined that I'll be using Twitch since I was able to recover my old account. And lastly, Trap for Cults, Luminary. It was great catching up with you. Thanks for reaching out. It was a great convo. Love chatting with you. My boy Mad Ninja. Man, it was really good catching up with you two, brother. It's been a while. I think the last time we hung out was at my wedding. So, we need to catch up sometime soon. Everybody else, thank you for watching. Please make sure to like this video. Subscribe if you like these kind of updates. And we'll see you all on the next one. Avast, you scurvy dog. If you like this video, like and subscribe.